Love is tender and love is kind, fair as a jewel when it first is new. But love grows old and it waxes cold and fades away like the summer's dew. The water is wide, I can't cross o'er, neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that will carry two, and both shall row, my true love and I. I reached my hand into some soft bush, thinking the fairest flower to find, but pricked my finger to the bone and left the fairest flower behind.
I really don't know where I want to go and what I want to do, but I can tell you without a minute's hesitation what I don't want to do. I don't want to get into the kind of rut that my parents are in. Although, you know, on the surface it's fine. It's just the kind of life you want to lead. You have a comfortable house, you have broad loom, you have gold fixtures in the bathroom. You go to a good school, you know, you dress well, your shoes are good, your pants are always pressed. That is what I don't want to do. I have a terrible feeling that something is happening to us and we don't really know what it is. You know, we've been living in this kind of setup for so long that we've lost all, you know, perspective. Because you have to act in a certain way to please your employers, and you on the surface you're secure and you have everything set up, but really there's no security at all, you know?
Well, there won't be any security if you don't have any education either.
You're a hopeless case.
Is this...
Give me a grape. I need some sustenance.
I'll say you do. Sustenance for your mind.
It's a sad business. I've never been as happy as I am on days like today. Is it ever terrific?
Like
is it ours?
No, of course not. It's a demonstrator.
Listen, it must be as powerful as anything.
Well, I guess it's about as powerful as they can get in this particular...
How many horsepower?
280.
Do you think I could take it around the block?
Now, what a silly question to ask.
Oh,
you haven't got your license. How would I let you take it
Well,
around?
who's to know? I'll just zip around. I'll be back in a second.
I have the responsibility. Remember that?
Okay.
How is school going?
Fine.
When's the exam?
Start next week.
What's the first subject?
French.
Come on. Let's get in.
Dad, are you sure I couldn't just take it around the block?
No, that's final. When you have your license, you can take the car as many times as you want.
Yeah, but when do I get my license?
Well, very soon now.
It's a promise.
Right? That's a promise. But the old man. What have you been doing all day?
Well, I've been going to school. What else?
Good. Well, we'll be looking forward to those exams, I presume. You'll be all right.
Daddy, I have to pick my dress up tomorrow. Should I charge it, or do you want to give me some money?
Well, we're going into debt all this way. We'll charge it.
Hey, we're going to see Cleopatra tonight.
Oh, that's 44 or $40 million?
Yeah, in 4 hours.
Oh, boy.
Peter, what'd you do this afternoon?
Yeah, it's Thursday. I went to school.
Mr. Hardwick telephoned Warren.
Pardon?
Mr. Hardwick, the principal, telephoned and said that Peter had not been at school this afternoon or 8 times in the last 2 months.
Mr. Hardwick.
Skipped out.
Mr.
Don't interrupt when I'm telling your father something. He was terribly upset about it, and he says Peter's going to have a really tough time in these exams.
Mr. Hardwick is a persecutor of young children. And I think he must have got his name
Mr.
crossed.
Hardwick is only trying to look after your own good so you don't make a terrible
Mr.
flop
Hardwick
when
is
it comes to writing these sentences.
A busybody.
What were you doing instead of being in school?
Listen, never mind. My mother and
Well,
father
let
and
me
I
hear
are
the
talking.
story now. We're getting into a vicious argument over something that's probably very minor. What's
It
all
isn't
about?
minor now, Warren.
Well, what's the matter,
If
dear?
his exams are in any kind of jeopardy, it's not minor at all.
The exams are in a week and I'll be
He says
finished.
that your schoolwork is not in good condition.
But he says
And that
that-
if you go on missing school like this, he says that your whole year is in jeopardy.
He
and you
says
mightn't
that,
get
come
these
on,
exams.
it's the usual thing that he
It
gives all
isn't
of
the
parents.
usual. You know what his results were like at Christmas
Well,
time.
at Christmas time, they
terrible.
were very bad, dear, but I'm quite sure that he's picked up now. Are you
The last-
certain that you can
How
get through
could he
your
pick
examination?
up if he's not
positive.
there?
The last term is the longest. I missed 1 or 2 days.
One day
that's
is
all.
enough,
you're not
dear.
eating
I've
dinner.
done the same thing in my day.
Mother, I don't see what
Surely
that
You
is.
a
know
boy,
perfectly
eh?
well how you wish yourself you'd been able to go to college.
Well, all right, that's one of those things. But
Well,
this
then
lad
don't
is...
let him make the same mistake.
Mother, why do you have to be such a mother?
How
Everything was
about
run
coffee?
according to your
Last term is
ideas.
the- Yes, would you mind, dear?
And what about dessert?
Well, there's some ice cream in the refrigerator. Does anybody want ice cream?
Yeah, I want some ice cream.
No, thank you. Just some coffee, please.
Oh, golly, there's Ron. Mother, would you answer the door? I don't want him to see
I
me
better
like
get rid of
this.
these plates. You go, Peter.
I'd be happy to answer the door for the man who's going to take her out of this house.
Oh, now,
All
don't
right,
be
all
silly.
right.
Hello, Ron. How are you today?
Mark, how are
Got
you?
some word relating to this future brother-in-law of yours skipping school, I understand. I'll see you later, young man. Be back up.
Words of wisdom, eh? So what's about?
Oh, parents. Sit down. Listen, I mean, I'd like to ask you, are you happy with the setup, like the way things are going for you now? Have you got what you want? Are you satisfied?
Oh,
Well,
you're still working for it.
well, I mean, what exactly are you working for? You've been through college, you've got a great practice, you're making a lot of money, you're putting teeth in people. Is that what the whole thing was for?
I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm making a good living out of it. What's wrong with that?
I mean, did you ever stop to take a look at the kind of life you were leading? Did you ever stop to sort of consider it and consider your values and the things you were living for? Did you ever really? No, I mean, did you? Or did you just sort of live without any goal or any reason for it? I bet that's the kind of thing, I bet that's the kind of life you live, isn't it? I mean, isn't it? Why are you going to Cleopatra tonight? What do you waste $7 for just because everybody else is doing it?
Peter, you know you're getting a little obnoxious.
No, I mean, no. I mean, don't. Isn't it the truth? Don't you ever get the feeling that that's what you're doing?
No, I didn't come here to sit down and be insulted by
Listen,
you.
why are you going to Cleopatra anyway? Just because of all the publicity and the pictures all over Elizabeth Taylor. Isn't that the reason?
Listen, Peter, if you had a hard time with your parents about skipping school, don't take it out on me, brother.
I'm not taking it out on you, but, I can't understand guys like you. I mean, I just can't understand your way of life. All you're worried about is the buck. That's all you stand on your feet all day long for, is to get some money, to get some more money, to get some more money. Isn't that what you do all day?
Peter, why don't you go and study?
I will. I'll go and study right now. Oh, and here's the blushing bride. I wish you both a very happy life, and I hope you make lots of money.
What was all that about?
Don't ask me.
Sorry I'm late. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
Well, got that phone call over with, and it's going to be some good news for us here.
Good. You're phoning Harding, are you, tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know whether it's necessary or
It's
not.
necessary,
Why?
believe me, Warren. It's
Look,
very necessary. The way that man spoke to me, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. I had no idea what was going on.
Well, I don't think
Peter's
it's
right. He's got a rather superior attitude, but It doesn't negate what he had to say.
I don't think it's necessary for me to talk to Harding. That I refuse to do because it's going to
Why?
upset him.
Because it will embarrass you. That's the only reason I want you to talk to him. Now, do that for me, please.
Mary, please let me make this judgment. I say that it is not necessary.
But you know, all you're doing is avoiding it. You always avoid anything unpleasant that might put you in the most unfortunate light.
Oh, you're upsetting me too much. How can I possibly think and talk when you're upset like this? You're like your son with this natter. I can't get a word in edgewise anywhere. At the table tonight, I couldn't do it. What with Jennifer asking me about a gown? What do you mean I try? I try all the time.
You ease out of every possible situation that comes up. Smiling Warren Monk.
It's paid off. And I'm
Financially, but it's not going to pay off if our boy turns out to be the kind of person who runs away from all kinds of work, all kinds of self-discipline. It just doesn't pay off. What kind of a life is he going to have? He's got to go to college. He's got to at least graduate from high school.
He'll do it. I'm sure he'll do it, Mary. There's no sense getting yourself upset. You're upset everybody.
Always sure that everything's going to work out just fine.
It's going to work out fine.
How do you know it's going to work out just fine? You won't even speak to this, Mr. Harding. I want you to hear what he has to say about the boy. I want you to take and share some responsibility for him, for a change.
What do you mean, for a change? I've been sharing a lot of responsibility in this house. We wouldn't have this house if I hadn't been doing a lot of work.
That has
a great deal of work, my dear.
You would do that anyway.
I don't know why you get yourself so upset. There's nothing to worry about.
There is everything to worry about. It's the boy's whole future.
Hey, let's go.
I'm studying, Peter.
Come on, just around the block. It'll take 5 minutes. Come on in.
Where'd you get the car?
It's my dad's demonstration model. You like it? Now let's have some music. Turn on the radio.
What do you want to hear?
I don't know. Find something fast and watch us go.
Peter. Oh, come on, Peter, not too fast.
This is the only way to drive a car.
It isn't.
It is.
It's the only way to kill yourself.
Oh, come on. You can be sure I won't have any accidents. You're too precious to lose.
Go a little slower and make me feel precious.
Right now, we're in the fast lane. My mother's decided that she's gonna, it's the Reformation. She's gonna take matters into her own hands. She's gonna, and I'm fed up. I'm just fed up. Don't you ever get the feeling that your parents are sort of working on the opposite team than you?
Yes, I know they are. I'm
It's the truth. Listen, I'm going to write my exams, and I'm going to write them for my parents. And then afterwards, I'm going to start living for myself. I'm going to get a job, doesn't matter what kind, as long as it pays me well enough, so that I can get out of this town as soon as possible.
So what about me, then? What about us?
I want you to come with me.
I can't go running off like that.
Well, why not? Why can't you do what you want to do? You're almost 20, and people all over the world are doing whatever they want to do, regardless of what their parents think. All we have to do is work during the summer and earn a couple of $100. It'll just be enough to get us away from this town.
It's awfully easy to say, but what am I going to do? I've never had a job before.
Well, get a job. Go down to Murray's, and they hire inexperienced girls as waitresses.
Yeah, but I'd be working at nights. Would you like that?
The point is, you're working for us. We're not just working because our parents tell us to work. We're working because we've got something we want to do together. It makes a difference.
Peter, you just went through a red light.
Are you kidding?
I'm not.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway. There's nobody watching these intersections.
You don't know.
No, it's true. All the cops are in the middle of the city.
Step out of the car, please.
Officer, I left my wallet at home.
Do you have your driver's license?
I haven't got a thing on.
Nothing whatsoever. Any identification?
No, I haven't.
Is this your car?
It's my dad's.
Your dad's car. Is this your girlfriend of yours?
Yes, it is, sir.
You step out, miss, please.
Yes.
Put your hands up out of the car, will you?
We're just going for a drive.
Okay. Well, I started following you on Bayview Avenue, and you went through 2 red lights.
2 red lights?
When you turned onto the 401, your speed was 70 miles an hour.
You just must have got talking or something.
Well, I'm placing you under arrest for dangerous driving.
We were just taking it around for...
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it at the station.
What is your name, please?
Peter Mark.
Your address?
68 Sir Williams Lane, Tobicoke.
Your age?
18.
Born in Canada?
Yes.
Your occupation?
I'm in high school.
Student?
Yes.
Single at the drive?
Yes.
Dangerous drive?
That's right, sir.
Okay, take a number back.
Where am I going?
I'm going in the cell.
But I want to call my father first.
I said I would call your father.
I'd like to have a seat over there, miss, please.
No, why can't you stay with me?
Because she's not going in the cells, you are.
I'm not going to any cells. Oh, no. I want to call my father first. I want to call my father. How long will it be before my father gets here?
Well, it'll be up to him. I'll call him as soon as I go back out there and let him know.
Just come in here.
When was this, ma'am? We'll have to pay charge. Herbert Young.
Where's the one at 30?
32 is at the station on 31?
33. Yes, sir, I'm right with you.
Thank you.
September 16th to September 17th, a 5-minute talk and 10-minute film on the cancer research. You've all seen the book on the memo book?
Can I see the boy?
Of course, sir. Sit down over there a moment, please.
Thank you very much.
Left turn. To your post. You sign your logs, please.
Hey, Dad.
Hello, Peter, and all you can do is smile. I told you not to use that car, didn't I? You haven't got your license. Do you realize how much trouble you're getting me into?
Dad, can we go?
The car is not mine.
Dad, let's
The
talk.
car belongs to the business.
Let's talk about it
You
at home.
could have got yourself into a lot of trouble, and you could have got that car smashed up.
Well, let's talk
You
about-
realize that?
But there's nothing wrong with the car, Dad.
I don't care. There's something wrong with you when you can do a thing like that.
Can we talk about it at home, Dad?
$200 I have to have in my pocket, the officer tells me, or $500 property.
Well, you get it
I
back.
haven't got it, I know that.
Well, Dad.
I told you not to touch that car, didn't I?
But what does it matter?
It means a great deal. How about Jennifer and your mother? What do you think they're going through right
Well,
now?
what about me? Are you going to let me stay here all night long?
I wish you had used your sense before getting into the car and driving like you were.
The guy's my father, and he won't even take me out of the station for the night.
Officer,
It'll only cost you $200. What's the matter? You cheap?
officer, I think.
You could call up 10 guys, and they'd have the money for you in a second.
Will you be quiet and let me do the talking? You've been doing too much. Take him back. Maybe the night would do him a lot of good.
Wait a minute.
What?
You're going to take...
I do not want anything more to do with it.
Dad,
Wait.
what are you doing? Dad, it's just $200. But he's my father. Dad!
You're on probation. You signed
a voluntary arrangement whereby you will come in here every week. We'll talk about things, and we'll try to help the best we can. What about the charge? This is car business. How did that all come about?
Well, haven't you ever gone through a red light?
Yeah.
Well, that's how it came about.
I'm really not talking about that. It wasn't your car, was it?
Well, it was my father's car, but, you know, it's in the family. Some magistrate just decided he was going to, you know, play the social worker. That's
Peter, look, I agree with you. It's a little offense, but nevertheless, it is an offense.
Okay, what else is new? I mean, well, I'm perfectly happy to come down here. Well, I mean, as a matter of fact, I'm not. I mean, I have better things to do. But it's okay, I'll come down. But I really don't think I need any help, you know. I mean, yeah, I don't come from a broken home. My father doesn't drink. I'm a very nice boy, and I come from nice parents, and...
Well, if you don't need any help, as you say, why, what are you doing here?
I mean, Mr. Sullivan...
Is there something terribly wrong with me? Do I bother you in any way?
No, I feel perfectly comfortable with you.
All right, then let's be comfortable, yet let's use it. How long you and this girl been going around? Julie, you've been going around together?
We've been seeing each other for about a year now.
She go to the same school, same class, or what?
Well, she's in the same school, but, you know, some of our classes we take together and some we don't.
You're going steady out of it?
Well, that's a pretty corny sort of term, you know.
Well, what other term is there?
Well, I prefer not to say. It's even hard to say going steady. It sounds so idiotic.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
Are you sleeping with her?
Well, that's a little too personal. What kind of money do you make in this job?
Adequate.
I'm not so sure about that. If you were so good at helping people, you know, you'd be the head of the division, don't you think so? You'd be the supervisor.
I may be.
Well, you're not yet. I think you're sitting in that seat just because it's a job you've got, and you've got to get up at 9 and do it to make your buck, just like everybody else.
You're exactly right.
Well, then you're not qualified to help me at all.
I certainly am qualified. At least I think I am. I may not be able to help you. No guarantee, no promises.
All you're worried about is you want me to behave myself. You want me to be a good boy and not get into any trouble. And I'll do that. Simple enough. I'll come to you every week and I'll make my little report and I'll tell you where I've been and what I've done. And there'll be no trouble. I'll be a very good boy. Did you ever read this? Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. It's lovely. It's just like the film. Have you seen the film?
What, 20 times? Come on, let's go.
Peter, I have to blow this.
Come on, let's
Wait a
go.
second. Thank you. Peter!
Come on, get on.
Aren't you going to start it first?
Okay. Will you hold this, please?
Where'd you get this, Peter?
Stole it.
Oh, come on. Where'd you get it?
No, I just felt like stealing a book. Don't you ever do things on impulse?
But you can get kicks out of other things besides stealing books.
Well, who does it hurt anyway? Oh, come on. It's just a gag. Oh! Bookshops are made to be stolen. You know that all automobile drivers have an instinctive hatred of scooter drivers? It's true. They try to force, I don't know what it is. They envy our freedom or something like that. They try to force us off the road.
They want to see us splattered all over the countryside.
Here we go! Okay, now, heave.
1, 2, 3.
Come on.
Heave.
And
heave ho.
Why are we turning to the left for? We're supposed to be turning to the right. Here we go.
You're not patting
Here we go. That's the way. That's the way.
There.
Oh. Is it okay?
Mm.
Forward. Forward. Onward. We can't seem to get forward when we want to get
Look at
forward.
those sandbags.
Yes, that's the sandbank that we're heading right for the sandbank.
Haven't they?
Just a minute. Oh, that's how you do it.
What?
What is it? What is it?
I don't know. Let's dig at it.
Looks like a mattress. No, it's a sofa. Look, it's a sofa. It is a sofa.
We can make the house here.
You know, this is all an escape, but it's nice though.
Yes.
Da-da-da.
We could go and climb that tree.
Okay?
Okay, what?
I mean, okay.
Please.
I gotta go. It was a terrific day, eh?
It was. It was wonderful.
Better than school, right?
Mm.
Are you coming to the Hoot tonight with me?
No, I can't. I've got to
What are
study.
you talking about? You have to come.
I have to study.
Listen, I'm coming by here at 8 o'clock, and you're coming.
I'm not going out tonight.
I'll be here at 8 o'clock, okay?
Really, I'd like to, but no. Peter, come on in for a coat, please.
No, I gotta go. You know, if our parents find out we've been...
Julie!
Where's your mother? Listen, I gotta go. Watch. One start. I started. 2 starts. I'm calling you tonight, okay? Hi, Mr. Grant. Hi,
Julie. Well, where have you been, my girl?
School.
Look, Julie, it's one thing to do something you know is wrong and another thing to lie about it.
I'm not lying.
I happen to know that you weren't at school today. The school phoned this morning. So let's start all over again, shall we? Where have you been?
I was out with Peter.
Well, I can see that, but where were you and what did you do? There's nothing to smile about, Julie.
I'm sorry.
Julie, I just don't know what's happening to you anymore since you started to go with Peter.
Nothing's happened to me since I've gone.
I don't know what kind of a person you are, what you think, how you feel, anything. Your father and I are very worried about you. And we've tried to be fair, and we've tried to let you have your own friends, but we've got to put our foot down with this relationship you have with Peter. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Your father's waiting for his dinner, but we're going to talk about it later, and there are going to be some new rules. Believe me.
Que yo monté, a montoya mi compadre, eso a mí no me importa, pues yo la monté primero. Mira, cosa nova. Ay, 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 ay. La noche que me casé, no pude dormir un rato. Ahora estoy trabajando. investigar. Ay, 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 ay,
Okay, that's my song. Hey, listen, I gotta go. My mother's gonna kill me when I get home. I'll see
Hey,
you around.
stick around. Stick around for a little. Let's sing all the anthems. Come on.
Okay, one last.
No, Doc.
Start it up. I'll see you around, eh?
Peter, come down here. Sit down.
I'll stand.
Do you know what time it is?
Going on 4 o'clock.
Where have you been?
I was at a hoot.
A what?
A hoot. Bunch of kids playing and singing.
Now, I think you sit down here while I talk to you. I have asked you to sit down. I want you to sit down right now. Where have you been till this hour?
Out.
Answer me, Peter.
Out, out, out.
What were you doing? Nothing, nothing, nothing.
We have to have an interrogation every night, Mother, when I come in. I was out seeing some people.
You were supposed to be in at 12 o'clock. Were you with Julie?
No, I wasn't with Julie.
Peter?
I wasn't with Julie. Anyway, what have you got against her?
I just don't want you getting too involved with anybody. You've got a great deal to do in the next few years, and it would be too ridiculous for you to get too involved with anybody.
Just what have you decided that I'm going to do in the next few years, Mother?
You're going to go to the university, and you're going to be a lawyer, and you're going to set yourself up in a decent career. That's what you're going to do.
That'd make you very happy, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. I'd be very proud of you. You'd fulfill all the things that I've ever wanted you to do. And you're going to do that.
I'm not going back to school in the fall, Mother.
Oh, yes, you are. What do you mean you're not going back to school in the fall?
Exactly what I said. I'm not going back to school in the fall.
Oh, well, that's ridiculous. We'll talk about that sometime later.
No, let's talk about it right now.
No.
I've got my matriculation, and I can start whenever I want to. I don't want to start.
You don't know whether you have your matriculation, as a matter of fact. And the way you were behaving in this past term, I think it's highly questionable.
I don't care anyway.
But you should care. You don't care about anything. You're bored with life.
I'm bored with this kind of life. That's the kind of life I'm bored with. For 13 years, you've been telling me I should go, where I should go, what school I should go to, what time I should come home.
Of course I have to. I'm your mother.
Well,
You're only a little boy.
When exactly do I become a big boy, Mother?
When you begin to act like one.
The vicious circle. Well, I'm going to start to act like one right now, okay? You can go to bed and you can just forget all about me. I'm going to get a job and I'm going to find a place of my own, and you won't have to worry about when I come home and if I eat the right meals. And I should have a job by the end of the month, and then you'll be free of me and you'll be free of all your trouble.
Don't wait until you get a job. Go now. If you feel so responsible for yourself, go now, try it. You'll find out what it's like. It's ridiculous, but don't wait till you get the job.
I'm looking for a room. I was told that you rent out rooms here.
Oh, did you have to come so early?
Well, I know, I'm sorry, but, you know, I just got in. I haven't got a place to stay.
Well, who told you about it?
The girl that works over at the Uptown lunch, Sharon, you know, the tall girl with the long hair. How much are the rooms?
What's that?
It's a banjo.
You don't play late at night, do you?
No, I won't.
Well, come and look at the room, eh? Are you, from out of town?
Well, my parents have a place in Etobicoke. That's really out of town, isn't it?
I was going to redecorate this room, but I haven't had time.
Oh, no, that's fine. I'll take it. It's
$8 in advance. There's no rule of the house, but as long as you're quiet after 11, because people who work in offices and things.
Okay. 8.
Here you go.
Thanks very much.
Peter Mark, is that Mark?
Yes, sir.
Lives at 68 Williams Lane. Where's that?
In Etobicoke, sir.
Might have put that down in your application. So, have you completed your senior matriculation?
Well, I finished my exams, and the results should be coming out in about 3 weeks or so.
Well, of course, we did ask specifically for senior matriculation.
Yes. I realize that, sir, but there's really no question about my passing that exam.
Mr. Mark, these qualifications look reasonable to me, but I must warn you that this position isn't exactly a very high-paying one at the moment. What we need is a junior in the office to assist the sales manager, Mr. Bertram. I should say we could offer you $40 a week to start.
$40? How long would I be earning that? Is there no prospect of augmentation of salary?
It might increase in 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years? Oh.
I think I can promise you that there will be security. There's a pension plan.
Well, I really wasn't. I was thinking about earning money now. Well, actually, I was expecting something a little higher. I thought perhaps there might be salesmen.
Well, I must say I'm not too taken with your attitude, Mr. Mark. I suggest you contact us again when the results of the senior matriculation have come in, and we'll consider the matter then. Thank you very much.
You're bringing me in some dirty dishes.
Yes, a few of them, you know. How's everything going?
Well, I'm the best dishwasher in town, and maybe in the province, and who knows. How's your daughter?
She's fine. Went over to see her the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. She comes out with the funniest remarks. My sister said, why don't you go and see your mother? And she says, I don't want to see my mummy. You know, she's so funny, though.
How old is she?
She's 3.
She's that
really
independent at 3.
Yeah.
Well, we better watch out for that kid.
I'm just waiting for her to walk out the door and say goodbye. You know.
Well, what does she do all day when you're...
Well, she stays with my sister all week. I find it best. It's very hard for a child to move around. So, where are you going to go tomorrow?
I don't know, really.
You don't know?
I'll just check the ads again, and... Really, the trouble is that I don't know how to do anything. Either that, or you need grade 13, you know. What about you? Are you staying here, or...?
Oh, no, just for a little while.
Yeah. I don't know anything about office work.
Don't you?
I don't know the
just
first
clerk.
This is all I know. If we went into the restaurant business, we could, I think, make a very good deal out of it. What do you say?
All right.
Like, you could do that.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be fine.
And we'll be the only 2 salaried people, and we'll take all the money.
Okay.
I think we owe it to ourselves. You draw in all the customers. They only come in here because the food's lousy.
Because
the food's lousy, and they only come in here because of you. You know, I watch them when they sort of walk by. They look at the menu, and then they see you, and they decide to come in. It's true.
Anyway, I better rush back out. He's going to get mad at me.
Okay.
Bye. We'll see you later. We'll have coffee?
Okay. I'll see you.
made you choose this particular lot, kid?
Well, I answered the ad, and I went down Adelaide Street, and they told me there was a place open at this lot.
I want you to meet Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Edwards?
Charlie, I want you to give Peter a little rundown of the tail and the tickets here. Just show him what you do.
Right you are. When the customer comes in, after the license number, it goes on this part of it.
75-268.
75-266, yeah. And you stamp the ticket.
Punch it twice, eh? So
Oh, yes.
How long do you figure you want to stay on it for?
Well, as long as I'm making money, I'm happy.
You gotta make some money, eh? How bad do you need it?
Well, I need it, you know. I thought I was working as a dishwasher. And
Yeah, come on, it's happening.
you know, I figured you get the caddies and the Lincolns, and that's where you pick up the money. And then you'd work long hours. So.
There are a few ways you could make it.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Watch Charlie. Just keep an eye on him. Thank you. Now, Peter, afterwards we'll ask him how much change he gave.
What do you mean?
Well, it's as simple as that. The old business of shortchanging.
Well, that's a little different. I was thinking about tips and working hours, you know. I mean,
You want money or not?
Well, yeah, I've got certain plans,
This is
and
part
I
of
want.
the business.
You mean everybody does it?
Some people.
I don't know.
What do you need the money for?
Well, I just got a place of my own, and you know, to support myself.
Got a little chick there waiting for you? You're pretty young for that, eh?
No, I mean I'm not that young. Don't laugh.
She's expensive, eh? Hey?
No, it's me that I want to support now.
You want to support her? Does she have a job too? Peter, my boy, you may have come to the right spot.
Love is tender and love is kind, fair as a jewel when first is new. But love grows old and it waxes cold and fades away like the summer's dew. The water is wide and I cannot cross over, neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that will carry two, and both shall row, my true love and I lean my back up against some young oak, thinking it was a trusty tree, but first it bended and then it broke, and thus did my false true love too. While love is tender and love is kind, fair as a June when first 'tis new. But love grows old and it waxes cold and fades away like the summer's dew.
Come on, let's go.
That was nice.
It's early in the morning.
Oh, not very early. Look, we've got the whole place to ourselves.
Hello?
Hello? There's no echo.
Hello?
Peter! It's back there, isn't it? If we stand absolutely centered, will we get an echo from both sides?
I don't know. Let's try it.
Is that Center?
Peter and Julie.
Hey, there it is.
Actually, there's no echo at all. There's a little man hiding up at that end of the station. A little man hiding down at that end of the station.
Oh, Peter, I'm tired.
Oh.
Will you play to me? Play to me.
Show me the way to go home. I'm tired. I wanna go to bed. Bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it
Right to my head.
right to my oh.
Oh, Peter, where's the train? Here now. Now?
You're on the wrong side of the track, mister. We want a train on this side of the track.
Oh, Peter, shoes.
Bring it all together. A train on this side of the track.
One, two, three, four.
A train on this side of the track. A train on this side of the track.
You're not supposed to sing. Aren't you
Not
tired
supposed
of
to
singing?
sing.
You've been singing all night.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
In again, a win again. Oh, at last. I thought that train would never come. You must be tired. You've been working all day.
You think you'll go out and look again for a job tomorrow?
I was thinking about it, Yeah. Yes, I will.
No, really. We got to do something because...
Well, it's only been a few weeks, Peter.
Yeah, but my money isn't coming in as fast as I expected it to. I
haven't been able to find a good job.
Well, where have you looked for jobs?
Well, I've looked at the coffee houses and a few shops around Bloor and Avenue
You
Road.
can't make money at the coffee house.
Well, you told me to look there. Don't blame me for going.
Anyway, it's
Yeah.
actually a very serious matter.
Well, you think I was going to provide most of the income or something?
No, come on. There's no cause for sarcasm. I'm not making as much money as I expected to. And if we want to go away, we need money. That's it. I mean, do you know how important it is? The fact that how important
Yes, I
money is?
know. That if we want to go away together, I've got to get a job and I've got to make some money.
Well, we'd be earning twice as fast. This way, I'm hardly saving anything at all.
Don't take me out as much. No.
But you'll look tomorrow, eh?
Yes, I'll look tomorrow.
And you'll find one tomorrow. I mean, there are jobs around the city if you want one. Your number, please, sir?
B52914.
B52914. A lovely morning, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome. What's your license number, please, sir?
What is it? Eh?
He doesn't even know his own license number.
No, I don't think he even knows his own name.
Don't even knows how to drive. $30, please, sir. 30, 40, 50, and 1. I think that's better. There really are efficient attendants working. There really are some efficient lot attendants. Well, miss. And what is your license
handsome.
number, please?
What?
What is your license number, please?
JK 15732.
Oh! Yeah, you see, this is built to trap girls who lean against the...
How many have you trapped?
Well, I was only hoping to trap you. Oh, well,
Peter, how are you?
Not bad, and yourself? 270.
I'm all right.
011. You never knew I'd fall this
Have
far,
I
did you?
been wanting to talk to you, and what a time to see you because I'm in such a darn rush. What the hell are you doing here?
Well, I gotta make a buck, you know.
Are you going to be here for a while? I mean, I have to go
Yeah.
when I'm coming back because I'd love to talk to you.
I will.
How are your parents?
Not bad, not bad.
See you in a few.
Okay. So what's new?
Got my report today.
What do you mean?
My report.
But marks don't come out until next week.
And they came out this morning. I got mine anyway.
your
You've
number,
got
please,
yours.
sir?
N14552.
I got mine. N14
552.
552. I'll be right. Thank you. What,
You failed 3.
3?
Yeah, but you'll be able to pick them up very easily.
What 3?
Chemistry, trig, and geometry.
Oh, it was a damn maths.
Don't you think you'd be able to? Don't they have exams through correspondence school or night school or something you could take and get them?
What did you get?
75.
75?
I'm sorry. I had pressure from my parents. I had to. Well, I think it's silly having examinations. I don't see how you can judge by that. But just the same, what about picking up those 3?
No, I'm finished. I'm finished.
But you could sit at them any time. You could do it in what? A couple of weeks.
By the
Peter.
time the sub's is supposed to be written, we're going to be out of this place. I mean, you still want to go ahead with the plans we made, don't you?
Yeah, sure.
So she was pretty mad, eh, my mother?
She was upset. She wasn't mad. She was very upset because she thought you'd be able to do it.
Hello, Peter.
Hi, Mom.
Sit down.
Thanks. Hey, I love your hat.
Thank you.
You changed your hair, too.
Yes, do you like it?
Yes, it's very nice.
How have you been?
Well, I miss your cooking.
Do you? Are you hungry?
Yeah, I am.
Well, we'll get some service.
How are things?
Fine, marvelous.
Yeah.
We miss you, though.
Well, I miss you, too.
Do you?
Yeah, well, hasn't quite worked out the way I thought it would be. It's not exactly,
What are you going to have, dear?
I'd like a chicken pie if I could have it.
Oh, great.
And maybe a glass of milk.
Have it. And I think I'd like those little sandwiches. Yes.
Coffee?
Yeah, please.
How's Dad?
Fine, very well, dear.
Yeah. And Jennifer, she isn't ours anymore.
Well, she phones me every day. I talk.
It's the first married sister I've ever had.
I miss you very much, dear, and I'd love to have you come back.
Well, I miss you, too. So, everything's okay at home, eh?
Yeah, just fine. Except for we got the results of your exams yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to Julie. She called you up.
Yes, she did.
It's funny, there was a time when I really believed I was going to pass.
I thought you would, too, and...
Well, I don't know, I knew I wasn't going to do well in those subjects, but I thought I'd made it. Oh, well.
Your father and I have talked it over, and we've thought that we'd like to give you a tutor if you'd come back. We'd have him come every day, and you could try the supplementary exams. Yeah.
Well, it would require a fair amount of work, but a tutor is a pretty expensive setup.
Oh, well, we wouldn't mind that. Would you consider that?
Moving back?
Yeah.
It's a great idea. I'd be eating well. I'd have somebody to fight with all day long.
No, we wouldn't. I'd try not to, really. Oh, we'd love to have you. And we won't fight. We really won't.
You believe it?
I do. I do believe it. I've thought a lot about it, Peter. I think maybe if we could analyze what's happened and we could get back on a different footing. I know I treated you like a little boy and I didn't realize that you were 18. I still can't. But I think both your father and I would be very willing to meet you more than halfway. If you could, simply concentrate on your work and give up everything else.
Well, what do you mean give up everything else? I like to feel that I still had, I could go where I wanted to and do what I wanted to.
Oh, well, we wouldn't interfere with that, except that I think we would. As you say, a tutor is really quite expensive, and for your own good, that we'd want you to, spend most of your time studying and maybe give up your social life for just that period of time. I mean, I know that you've been seeing quite a bit of Julie, and You know, for this period of time, it would be marvelous if you could just concentrate on your studies, and she would certainly understand that. And
You mean not see her for 5 weeks?
well, yes. Just put your nose to the grindstone and get the exams, and then of course you can do whatever you want.
You can't just stop a relationship like that for a month and then start it up again 4 weeks later.
Oh, I'm sure she'd understand. She'd want you to get the exam.
Yeah, but would I want to do it? I mean, I don't think really that's necessary at all to think in those kind of terms. I mean, I've been living away, and I've tried a different kind of life, and I'm sort of used to it, you know. I mean, I'm my own man. I can do what I want to do. Whoa.
Wasn't that nice?
Yes, very.
Just stuff it in, huh?
Yes, is it empty?
Yeah. Look it. Step 5, when amber light appears, add soap. It's supposed to wet it first.
Oh, it's wetting it.
Well, those are 2 for $29. The big one's 2.
Tomato sauce.
No, that's enough. Just take those. You only need one. Oh, Peter! Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
You just leave it there.
Just leave it.
Leave it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
we're sorry.
We were looking for tomato paste.
We found Pop.
To us.
To us.
To spaghetti.
No, to us.
Ugh.
It's fierce, isn't it?
No, let's finish the spaghetti. Your struggles are on a sort of a provincial level. Well, and all your talk is about identity on a sort of, you know, Quebec. We're French Canadian.
Wait a minute, I haven't moved yet. Don't is it? But all right.
I think it's more important that an individual has an identity. I have my own character. I have my own needs. I have my own desires, and they're very specific. And I'm not ready to lose myself in a mass of English Canadians so that I can say we, like you say we about the French Canadians. My identity is important.
To have your own individual, to be an individual, you must give yourself to others, receive from them.
No, I think that's a very...
You can't stand alone in this world, Peter.
Is that your
should know
attitude,
that.
Peter? Are you proud of that attitude?
But if you have a fear
Yes, I am.
for your
I don't
identity,
think it's selfish
you
at
will.
all.
Well, it was selfish. It's a moralist term.
Do you agree that you maintain your identity as an individual when you adopt all those American...
I don't adopt
all
them.
this American
That's
way
just
of
it.
life, you're taking it.
But that's exactly it. I don't adopt them. When you say that, your criticism becomes a broader one, a more general one. You're criticizing an influx of American culture. But I have my own standards and I have my own values.
What are they?
They're certainly not transistor radios.
What are they?
What are they?
I'm not asking you what they are not. I'm asking you what they are. Your move.
Thank you. Did you say 30?
Yeah, sorry.
You gave me 60 cents here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I need 70. That's right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is it 20?
Yeah.
You're cheating me.
Cheating? This lot doesn't cheat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Count. 15, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, you missed me a quarter.
What was yours?
Same time he did.
Oh.
I'll give you a $2 bill.
I'm concerned about you. You're one of the few kids who comes in here who's got anything at all up here, something that could be used. And why don't you use it? Look, will you accept something graciously and not as an accusation or anything like that?
Sure. What?
You're not, you wouldn't do anything foolish down there. And I mean really foolish.
Well, I don't know. Nickels and dimes aren't foolish.
Yeah, well, nickels and dimes are foolish.
Well, how can you get in any kind of trouble when you're only, you know, a guy comes in and pays 20 cents for staying?
Now, look. I'm going to tell you something very seriously. And you listen, please. You've got a choice to make here. And it's the most important choice you've ever made in your life. And you're well on the way to making the wrong one.
It's 5 cents, 10 cents every day, that's all.
Just a little thing again.
Yes, it's
you
just
know,
a
like
little
driving
thing.
a car. But this is far more than driving a car. This is a big thing, whether you realize it or not. And it's a big thing where you're concerned. And you better get with it. And realize it. Open your eyes and take a look around. Look at yourself occasionally.
Okay, thank you very much. You've told me, okay? The interview is at an end. You've let me know what you had to say. Goodbye. I'll see you next week.
Peter, you watch your step.
You never play this game, eh, Pete?
No, I haven't, no.
Your old man hasn't got one in the basement, huh? You should invest in one.
Must be pretty expensive, eh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Several $100 at least. You like your work, Peter?
Yeah, it's okay.
Making any money? Hmm?
I've got about $40 saved.
Uh-huh. How much from dividends?
No, you can just forget about that, John, because I'm not having anything to do with that stuff. I told you the first day I came on the lot.
Peter?
Yeah?
A couple of regulars have been complaining.
Who?
Mrs. Schwartz. Harry Bancroft. I told you, Peter, there are lots of ways to make it, but leave the regulars alone.
Oh, but I don't know anything about Mrs. Schwartz, really.
Don't hand me that nonsense 3 times, she says.
No, it must have been a mistake. I didn't have anything to do with her.
You know what I'm talking about. And you know what my cut from now on, Pete, is $3 a day.
$3 a day?
That's right.
The lot hardly makes $3 a day. You know that.
What are you saying?
Well, I mean, you know, most days. I don't have to stay and work with you. I can.
Oh, yes, you do.
I can get a job on any other lot in town.
Well, I happen to like it the way it is.
Well, what
you here.
Well, what can you do about it? I'm telling you, you might as well forget about that because I'm just not going to have anything to do with that stuff.
What Mrs. Schwartz said? She said, look, I'd like to register a complaint. Through me to the authorities.
So you fire me, that's all.
Oh, yeah, well, you fire, you're dead. But the police has got a hold of your hand. No, you got that straight? You're in a little too deep, Daddy. A little too deep.
Listen, John, why don't you lay off and forget about the whole thing, okay?
Sure, I will. Sure, I'll lay off. But I just want my cut, that's all. So no more of this stuff, eh? Leave the regulars alone. And $3 a day. Okay?
Yeah, but listen.
Shoot.
Peter?
Tommy. Good morning. Oh, I hate getting up in the morning. Hey, what's the suitcase?
I left home.
Oh, you left home. Well, when did that happen?
This morning. Peter, stop laughing. It's very serious.
Well, what do you mean? Why don't you move in
My
here?
parents have nothing to... Oh, don't be an ass.
Listen, I think...
I've just left home, that's all. They were
You got
fighting
enough
their
troubles. Take the bag and tell your mother you love her and you won't see me anymore, and, you know.
Well, that's what I did tell her.
What do you mean you told her? But yeah, well, she didn't... Well, why didn't you stay then?
I told her I wouldn't see her anymore, and I love her very much, and I left, and Peter...
No. Tell your mother you love her and you wouldn't see me anymore, and go back home. What do I need a girl with a suitcase for? I got enough troubles. On the parking lot, oh.
Well, I'm leaving, Peter, and I'm leaving Toronto, and if you don't care about the girl with this suitcase, you don't
You
have
will
to.
go in September. Listen, if you know what was happening on that parking lot...
You're the one who's been talking about going away. Great plans. Let's go
Yes,
away.
but-
Why don't we go?
I can't go away. I haven't got enough money now.
Oh, that's a stupid reason. You could borrow it.
From who am I going to borrow money?
One of your friends, your father, anybody.
Borrow $200 from my dad?
Yes.
Sure.
It's not that much.
Sure.
Oh, Peter, stop it. You could try and you could ask him.
He'd never give me the money.
Peter, try.
Do you think that he'd give me $200?
Yes. If you don't get the money, I'm not going to see you anymore.
Come on.
No, I'm not kidding. Get the money. I don't see you.
Is it blackmail?
No, it's not blackmail.
$200 or else?
Yes, that's right.
Julie, come on.
No, don't try and soft soap me.
I'm
It's
not
no
trying
good.
to soft soap you.
If
Just...
we don't go away, that's it, Peter. And if you don't get the money, that's it.
Listen. I better go back to sleep. No, really.
Peter!
What's the matter?
Don't you care what happens to me at all?
Well, yeah, I do, but I...
Well, you can.
I just
You
think
sit
the way
back
this-
and you put your damn sheet over the head, and sure, go fly, girl. I don't
Well, what is
care.
the change all of a sudden? Why do you have to leave home like in a hurry?
Because there was a great fight. They're thinking of sending me away to school. I don't
Oh,
want to
come
go,
on, they're always
and I
making
thought you
threats
might
about
care.
school. Listen, work it out. We can't afford to leave now. That's all there is to it.
Well, I'm leaving. I can afford to.
What did you have to have a fight for like that? What did you have
What
to
do you
put
mean, why
yourself-
did I have to have a fight?
Well,
It's
you
over
put
you anyway.
You put yourself in a position where you...
shut up and stop screaming at me.
Listen, I'm not screaming at you.
I don't care what you're doing.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? Just a minute. Listen. All right, put the suitcase down. I'll go and talk to my father, okay?
You will.
Yes, I will.
If you don't get the money?
Well, I'll get the money.
Now, on our popular options and accessories, sir, we have the, you can change over to the Fortomatic, automatic, the white wall tires, and the transistorized push-button radio. And I might mention here also that this little trunk, it looks little, but there's 23.7 cubic feet in there. It's a lot for a compact car, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very nice. Well, it stayed a little longer than I intended. Nice to meet you. I'll
Fine.
call you,
Right,
probably
thank-
tomorrow.
Fine, we're looking forward to it.
I'm pretty sold on it.
Thank you,
Thanks.
sir.
Bye.
Thank you for dropping in.
Hey, Dad. Have you got a minute, Dad?
It's a fine way to come down here to see me for a minute.
Well, it was something special like that.
Yeah, well, when it's something special, at least you could put something on to come down here to see me. Put on some clothes that...
I'm sorry, but really, it was a last-minute thing, and I had to see you. It's something special. Just a second.
Well, I have to get a haircut. And I don't like this.
Dad, I'm sorry about, dropping in the middle of a business day.
Well, I'd like you to have some decent clothes coming down to my
Yeah, I'm
business,
sorry
too,
about
Peter.
that, too. But, I got up and I'm just going down to work this afternoon. Well, things haven't been going exactly... Well, they haven't been going too well with us lately. The business with the car and now there's Sullivan, the probation officer.
Yes?
And... Well, I'm sorry about that, too. I know it isn't that great having a son who gets in trouble and has to go and see the probation officer every week. But I don't know, it isn't that I set out to do something to hurt you or anything. It's just that it's
You did hurt me, that's all.
Well, it's a funny time, when you're as old as I am. Things aren't as clear as they are when you're older. I just am not sure where I'm going and what I'm going to do. Well, since it's probably just like a stage, it's probably just a matter of, finding a direction. I thought it would be a good idea if I sort of, went away for a year. I just want to try something else. I want to see places. And I've been going to school for 13 years, and I thought it would be a good idea to take a breather now. Then when I come back, if I want to start again, if I can always do it, I can always get the 3 papers that I missed and go to school, go to university if I want to. But just to sort of work and be on my own for a year, away from the city. And all I need is just something to start on. Can you loan me some money? Can you loan me $300 to start with?
$300.
Now, I know it sounds crazy, but it's just a start. It's sort of like a fund, $300
How long do you figure you're going to be away?
A year.
Look at Peter. I'm a businessman. $300 is $300. Now, don't give me the jazz that I've got all kinds of
Yeah,
money.
you're a businessman, but I'm your son. It's not a business proposition. It's a loan. It's a favor. It's a gift from father to son. Can't you do that?
I wonder how many sons just go to their fathers all the time and say, Dad, I want $300. I wished I'd been able to do it.
Yeah, but you didn't have you for a father, did you? How long does it take you to earn $300 anyway? You sell one car and you make $300 commission.
You know how much work it is to sell one car?
But you were sweet-talking that guy in there pretty good. He'll probably come back tomorrow and buy the car, and with that money, you can give it to me, okay?
No.
You know, you're a bloody poor excuse for a father, I'm telling you that much. Who needs you anyway? You talk about money and because you're just a money-grubbing old bastard, that's
now,
what
listen,
you are.
Don't you stare talk to me like that. I've been listening to you for a long time now. You're not worth $300. Your life is so mixed up, Peter, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You're a bad investment. And until such time as you get that life unscrambled, don't you come anywhere near me. You get the hell out of here. Get out now.
I'm sorry I'm late, John. Is everything okay here? John?
Yeah. Look, Peter. No more lates, eh?
Yeah,
Come on.
I was just held up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
all right. Look, there's about 150 here. This is the monthly take. This is part of it. I'll pick up the rest tonight, eh?
Okay, what time are you coming around?
Okay. Later on. Making any money?
Not enough.
Not enough, eh? A little extra try, eh? Don't be late anymore, Peter, okay?
No, I won't. I'll see you, eh? It's coming in, sir?
Yes, 400, 662.
400, 662. Yes, sir.
$599.
I'm going out of town. There's nothing I can do, really. I'm sorry. It's the last.
Well, you may say there's nothing you can do, but somebody called me for a room last night. I said I didn't have a room.
Listen, I'm really very sorry, but I have to go, and I have to go now.
Yeah, but you didn't give me any notice.
Well, I'm sorry. I just have to go. There's nothing I can do. Okay?
Well, that's not very fair, really. I mean,
But who would lend you a car for doing him a few favors by working for him a few times?
Somebody did lend me a car. There's this guy in the lot. I just
told you. Oh, come on. It's not a very likely story. Did you steal the car, Peter? Did you steal it, Peter?
No, I didn't.
You did, didn't you?
Listen, can't we just sort of think about
No,
where
we
we're going and
can't.
what we're gonna do?
You stole the car. Come on now, just tell me the truth.
The car was sitting in the lot and the keys were in the ignition. So I took it.
We didn't need a car to get away. We could have gone away by train.
We haven't got the money to leave by train.
I thought you borrowed some money.
No, I saw my father this afternoon and he wouldn't give me any money.
But you told me on the phone you had some money.
I have got some money.
Where did you get the money?
I got the money from the cash register.
So you stole the money as well?
Listen, please, Julie, get off my back and let's just forget about it
Peter!
until we get down there.
I want to go home.
What do you mean you want to go home?
I want to go home. I want to turn around and go back.
Remember all the times and all the things we said and all the plans we made? And then it was all fine. You'd put your head on my shoulder and you'd say yes.
Yes, but you didn't tell me you were going to start stealing, did you?
What difference does that make?
All right, if you don't take me home, stop the car and let me get out. Stop the car and let me get out.
Listen, we'll drive and we'll stop tonight and we'll think about it over the night.
No,
We'll talk
I
about
don't
it
need to
tomorrow,
think about it, Peter. Your only chance is to go back. And they might not have missed it now.
Let's go on and we'll talk
listen. They might not have missed it now, or otherwise they'll let you off extremely lightly. Either a short term in jail or, you know, a heavy fine.
I don't even want to think about it. Let's just get on the road, okay?
I want to think about it because I'm going to have a baby, and a baby can't be brought up like this.
You're kidding.
No. And a child can't be brought up in this kind of life. You must see that. I mean, he's got to have security. And I was hoping we'd get married and have a good start. This isn't any start at all, Peter.
No, but why didn't you tell me yesterday?
I didn't want to tell you because I thought quite possibly you'd go away because of the baby and that you'd take me with you and marry me because of the baby. And I didn't want that.
Yeah, but...
And that's not the point.
That's crazy.
It's up to you what you want to do. You've got to decide. Best of luck.
Into the car.
No, I'm not getting into the
car. Come on, into the car.
No.
But it's different now.
It isn't different.
Please,
it's not different
get in and sit
Peter,
down.
no.
Come on, Julie.
You go away. You think about it. You either go back or go on. It's up to you.
But Julie, just give me
no.
a minute to think about it.
No. Go away and think about it without me. It's your decision, Peter.